We give back, sow a seed and show someone where love's at. Even if you don't give a dime, give your heart and share your time. Help somebody else in life, give back. Let's give back.
On this episode of Ignite, Empower, Transform, we will share highlights from our 2015 Volunteer-a-thon.
Good evening, everyone. The National Give Back for Kids campaign is underway here at Mercy College. I'm Brenda Blackmon, and with me here is the beautiful Rachel Cheeks-Givan, who is board chair of this wonderful event. This is the third and final night. It's been so exciting, and we have so much great entertainment. Tell everyone about this wonderful volunteer campaign.
Well, Brenda, first of all, thank you. And we're so excited about this evening. And we want to thank you for being with us from the very beginning, from the inception of our organization, but more importantly, for accepting to co-host tonight's event. So I'm telling you this on behalf of the board. So thank you very much. This evening is going to be tremendous. And our goal as an organization is we want people to motivate them, connect them to organizations that need them. We want to inspire our communities. And we're going about this with a sense of urgency because we want our communities to thrive.
And you know what's really unique about this? We're not asking anybody to go into their pocketbook and bring out money. This is all about volunteering, right?
That's right. And we want to create new traditions. We want to create a culture of giving back. So what we want everyone to do this evening is to pledge their time. Call 1-800-GIVE-BACK. That's 1-800-488-3222. And what we're going to do is take your time and we're going to calculate that to something called $, which is a trademark of our organization. We're going to get the market rate, which is $23.07. That's a standard rate. And we're going to times it by all those pledge hours that we receive from organizations, family and friends, individuals. And this way we'll have our goal, which is $1 million dollars.
Oh, that's wonderful. And of course, this would not be possible if not for some wonderful sponsors, too.
Absolutely. We've had Fresh Direct, Marriott Residence Inn, Alliance Health. We also had Joe's Crab Shack. And more importantly, we have Mercy College, because we are actually hosting this weekend's event right here at Mercy College in the Bronx at Hutch Metro Center. So thank you to all of our sponsors.
We've got some great entertainment tonight. Can we give them a hint as to who's going to be performing and some special guests?
That's right. We have Xavier Lewis. He's from Atlanta and he's an R&B singer, and he's going to actually sing our anthem song, which is called Give Back. We have Wendy Brown Rashad, who's actually going to sing from her latest CD, a gospel song. And then lastly, we also have Miss Johnson, and she's going to sing a song that's really about, and I'll just give you a sneak peek, it's about being a leader, which I think is going to be great for our next generation.
And we've got some kids. I did peek around and I saw some kids in our auditorium. They are so special, so wonderful, and there's some really talented youngsters too.
Absolutely, and that's what we want to do. We want to inspire the next generation. Just think, they've been practicing with Xavier, but they're actually listening to the words, give back. And when I think about that, we're creating future leaders, and that's what we want. We want them to be inspired around giving back as well. Not always thinking about what are my parents giving me, but we also want to inspire in their minds that they have a role to play within our society.
And this is a spirit of Thanksgiving. It's the Thanksgiving season.
Right.
No better time to instill in our children this, like you said, the spirit of Thanksgiving and to give back. So when we talk to the kids, what do you suggest we tell them?
I want to let the kids know that you're very important to us. As an organization, our goal is to help community-based organizations with volunteers to help them complete their mission. And these are organizations that are focused on the youth, our next generation. And our goal is that we are the connector to make sure that happens. And to kids across the Bronx, because right now we're starting in the Bronx, even though we will go national, and eventually my goal is that we will eventually go global. We want our youth to know that we haven't let them down. We are here for them, and we're going to make sure that we're starting here in the Bronx where they can see role models and really have someone to look up to, just like I did from Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club. I had two coaches that were there for me, and I swam with them for many, many years, and I believe that's the reason why I'm the leader that I am today.
Okay, the last 2 nights, what's gone on, and so then you can tell us what's going to happen the rest of tonight.
Well, Friday night, we were really celebrating our community-based organizations. They were here, they were connecting with each other, sharing best practices, and you interviewed a few organizations just to raise awareness about the organizations that are here in the Bronx. But last night, we had a lot of fun. It was a celebration of giving back. And we had a band that volunteered their time. The 360 Band was here last night at the Marriott Residence Inn, and we had Joe's Crab Shack that also sponsored the food that evening. But that was a celebration of volunteerism. And for me, that really was important because these are volunteers that are giving back their time. And what great way than to say thank you to them for what they've done for us.
Okay, and the way that you can say thank you is to call that number, and it is
1-800-GIVE-BACK. That's 1-800-488-3222. And they could also go to our website, and that is www.giveback4kids.org.
1-800-GIVE-BACK. Ted Gustus is a civic leader, and he has a very special message for us. It's all about giving. Tell us, why should we change the whole spirit and attitude that we have toward giving?
First of all, good evening. All right.
Good evening.
You know, when we talk about giving, a lot of time we talk about it in terms of someone just giving and there's an empty void there. There's nothing there. If we
because you don't get anything
back.
back.
We think we're not supposed to get anything back. But really giving, you should receive back. The challenge is we all got to increase our capacity to receive after we give. Because the more we give,
it's okay to receive.
And it's okay. And see, I think that a lot of times we've been speaking about giving, but we don't understand the whole principle and the laws of giving. When you give, you shall receive. You know, so I think some people think just giving means, okay, if I give, I don't get back. But if you give, and for 44 years, I've given to the community, and I've been blessed with so many different things. And people see me in some of my lights, and they say, "Why you have so much?" It's because of what I've given. And so that's important here.
And as a civic leader, that is what you have decided to do. You've decided to really give of your time.
Right. And you know, when you take titles, you know, titles are very important for people, but really a civic leader to me is just a citizen taking on responsibilities of giving and serving the community. So as a civic leader, all I look to do, I enjoy giving. And that's the reason why I got involved with the Give Back campaign, because that whole concept of giving back and giving to our young people is something that I had done all my life. And I am going out of the way to encourage others to do the same.
Do you ever find people who say, I just don't have the time? You know, I'm busy, I have several jobs, I have kids, I don't have time to give any more time.
Well, you know what? I talk about my 4 T's. Okay. You give your time, your talent, your treasure, and your last one is your trust. So those are 4 things that you can give. So think about when you call in tonight, what you can give. All 4 of those are very important. Mm-hmm. And our young people need all 4 of them. If you can give your time, fine. You may have talent that you might want to give. You may have your treasures, your monies and so forth, because some people have that. But most importantly, your trust. If you say you're going to be there for young people, you have to be there. I don't care if it's 10 minutes. It's so important. So it's not the quantity of time, it's the quality of time.
And sometimes you can just be there to listen. If you want to just donate an hour a week just to listen to the time a child may want to talk with you, for instance.
Many of our young people today are absent of an ear to hear them. They're voiceless. They feel their voice, especially when there's not adults around to listen to them. Children don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And if you show that you care by listening and you're paying attention to them, they love it. And it takes them a long way. Yes.
And you've worked with children too a lot, haven't you?
That's what I've done. You know, it's in my 44 years of coaching basketball. Over the years, I retired, And after I retired, they said, you can't retire, you know, you're liberated. So they appointed me as commissioner of the public school athletic league, high school basketball in Brooklyn, New York. And so I get the opportunity to speak to the influencers, like the coaches that influence our young people, and to try to give them some things to help our young people understand their responsibility as a citizen. And so young people, I love them. They need us. I've seen the results of me putting in time with them over years. And once I get into your life, it's a lifetime. Sometimes you go into people's life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I get into young people's lives for a lifetime.
Maybe that too is what people need to understand, that what they're doing tonight in terms of volunteer hours they're giving, maybe they need to see what the possible results can be.
And when you see that, you know, just recently, I just came back, flew in here from Kansas City, and Rolando Blackmon, who played in the NBA, I coached him. He was 11 years old, came in from Panama, and I taught him basketball. But here he is, 40 years later, and he's receiving his Hall of Fame award for basketball, and he's speaking about the person that took him from behind that fence, which was myself. So that's when you see those kind of things, then you begin to appreciate and understand what giving does.
It gives so much, and thank you for giving so much too. You can make a difference too. All you have to do is call that number, 1-800-GIVE-BACK.
Welcome back. Let's put our hands together. This is for the National Give Back for Kids campaign. My name is Michael Blake. I'm the Assembly Member for the 79th District in the Bronx. Let me tell you, this is an incredible honor. I am born and raised here. I went to PS 79, 118, DeWitt Clinton, had a chance to go to Northwestern University, served for the president for 7 years, but I came back home because I wanted to give back. I wanted to give back to the Bronx and make sure we were helping out in our own way. And so this is an honor to be with you, and I'm really incredibly grateful. 1-800-GIVE-BACK is the phone number. Please follow us online. Make sure you get involved in what we're doing. We are asking people to not volunteer and commit dollars, but to volunteer their time. We want you to help out our Bronx organizations in that way, and that's the reason we're going to be giving back. Go online as well, #GiveBack4Kids. That's the number 4. Also on Instagram, GiveBack4Kids. All things that are happening, we want you to be involved, and make sure, again, if you're following us on BronxNet, call 1-800-GIVE-BACK. We want to again say incredible gratitude and thanks to Mercy College for all that they have done, to BronxNet for making sure we've been a part of this, and the incredible leadership of the Givan family. Right now, we've had incredible musical talent that's been occurring throughout the night. We're going to keep this going. I had the pleasure of hearing this incredible, exceptional artist last year at an event we did at PS 198 463 here in the Bronx. We want to bring up R&B artist Vaughn Middleton to the stage. Let's put our hands together for Vaughn at this time. Now, the last time, how you doing, Vaughn? How we doing?
I'm doing great, man.
You know, Vaughn, you know, when you show up for the show with the smoothest leather jacket in the game, that's when you know that you're ready for a good time. This is no pressure. You're going to have to bring the house down, you know?
No pressure.
No pressure at all. So the last time I saw you, we were at PS 198 463, and I just have to say that you had just an incredible performance that afternoon.
Wow, thank you.
Had people engaged, it had them motivated. And so what does it mean to you to be a part of this national telethon where now about 3,000 volunteer hours have been committed? What does it mean for you to be a part of this?
It means everything, man. Giving back is what I do, man. I've actually been a volunteer at the Volunteers of America, giving back to homeless people. And actually on Thanksgiving, I'm going to be feeding the homeless. So it's in my heart to give back to people. I love people.
Wonderful. And where's home for you?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
BK, but I love the Bronx, so y'all always show me love. Thank you.
Okay, so we had Queens earlier, now Brooklyn. No, that's okay. That's right. We're going to give back by helping our Brooklyn folk. That's what we're going to do, right? By showing some love. And you know, what's your website? What's your social media? How to make sure people are following what you're doing afterwards? You know, tell them on how to follow you.
Guys can get in contact with me on Instagram at Vaughn Middleton, Twitter at Vaughn Middleton, Facebook Vaughn Middleton, VonMiddleton.
Now, we're going to have something different we're going to do right now. This is not just going to be a performance of Vaughn by yourself, but what's going to be happening as we're doing this live broadcast?
We're going to have the audience participate with us, sing along with us.
Oh, we got some snapping fingers, some head, neck,
Right.
neck going right there.
Beyonce, go ahead,
exactly.
girl.
Some people came ready. They didn't understand that they were going to be singing, but
Turn up.
Yeah, they would turn all the way up. You don't have to get ready when you stay ready, right? That's what's going on. So let's do this. Let's turn the lights up. Vaughn, let's come on down here, and I'm just going to give the microphone over here, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Oh, see, now y'all got scared. This is what happens when you're on live TV. Anything can go down. Anything can go. What's your name?
That's Elijah.
What's your name? Abigail. Is that your name?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
Destiny.
Okay. Yeah, you on camera? I mean, the camera's right here. I mean, what's wrong? I don't say it. It's just bright lights on everything. It's just live TV for a national Give Back for Kids campaign. I mean, no, you like being on TV? I mean, you have a little bit more hair than I do. So, go ahead, whip your hair back and forth. I understand. So, Vaughn, won't you lead us right now? We're going to be doing this a cappella. Tell them the song that's going to be happening and everything.
All right. Now I'm going to surprise them.
Uh-oh. Let me get out the way. Let's put our hands together for Vaughn Middleton, everybody.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. The world needs love. Come on, y'all. It's love, sweet love. That there's just too little love. What the world needs now. Love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Needs now, I hear you. It's love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Thank you.
That's what's up right there. Come on, let's put our hands together for Vaughn Middleton.
Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for Vaughn Middleton. Thank you so much, Vaughn. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing. Vaughn and their band, 0360, donated the performance last night, $1,500 value dollars. So we're really grateful for what they're doing.
It's
Now,
love,
he's gonna
sweet
jam right
love. No, not just for some,
What the world
but for
needs
everyone.
now is love,
Lord, we
sweet
don't need
love.
another mountain.
Don't
There
challenge a minister.
are
I'm always ready.
And the
I
hillside
am always ready.
to climb. There
So,
are
all right.
oceans and rivers.
We're going to keep this going. Just want you to let you know, we're going to toss this to break. Again, 1-800-GIVE-BACK. I'm asking everybody in the audience, I'm asking everyone that's following us on TV, text your friends, your family, email them. We have another hour to go. This is historic, everybody. A national telethon dedicated to getting people to volunteer. National telethon so we can get everybody involved. 1-800-GIVE-BACK, National Give Back for Kids. We're back right after the break.
Thank you.
You got a king?
Go fish! In your face, in your face,
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
What if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Basketball legend Nate Tiny Archibald is here with us. He is the event chairperson or honorary chairperson, and thank you so very much for driving many hours to be here for this great event, final night. How wonderful is this for you?
It's a blessing for everybody. You know, when I look back at not my basketball career, but just growing up in New York, born in Manhattan, raised in the South Bronx, we had so many mentors that was around us. And you talk about the 21st century now, I see a bridge that's open. We have to bridge the gap now. We got young people that are, and people always talk about potential, talented, have ability to do multiple things, but they need our experience, they need our knowledge. And all we asking anybody, people always target certain people, anybody and everybody, okay, to give some hours back. I remember growing up, and my grandmother was from the islands, and she used to bring us food and stuff like that. Well, one of the dishes she had was greens, okay? And I'm like, man, the greens is real good, because she used to season them up. She had a mason jar, okay? And she poured the juice in the mason jar. And I'm like, oh, that's nasty. My mother said, well, what do you think the juice is coming from the greens? And that has more nutritional values than the greens itself, okay? Certain things that you learn from them without them even, discussing or telling you. We need people to step up, okay, to show our kids the way, okay? Most of our kids they're smart, they know internet stuff, but they don't have the knowledge and experience to deal with a lot of things that are going on, not just in the Bronx, but in the world itself.
A lot of people think children don't want to listen, but don't you think that what they really need is adults who are there to hear them?
They were there for me, they were there for so many people. And it's not that they don't believe that they're not going to listen. I think that we have to step up, okay? We have failed our kids. Okay, it's not the kids. We have failed our kids. It's a simple thing, as like Coach was talking about, just getting kids to pull their pants up. And when they see you all the time, they give you that respect. Okay, and they might not know you, but they give you that respect. And it's a certain language that you have to address to the kids. You can't demand. You have to know how to approach them and break it down to them and see if you can connect.
And connecting can be so much easier when they realize you're willing to give to them, you're willing to give your time to them, and you expect great things from them.
Well, we expect great things from them, but we have to make that connection. I think that when I was growing up, I had people that were older, and they weren't into the sports games. They were talking about higher education. I knew nothing about going to college when I was in high school. And they were saying, you need to think about, you playing this game, and you need to think about getting into your books so you can go and get a scholarship. And fortunately, the words, okay, I heard them, okay? And a lot of kids hear, okay? And a lot of kids are visual. And when they told me that, I was like, oh, man, I was kind of like troubled at one time. I didn't have my confidence. But when I went there, it was like a different world. Okay, it went from New York to Arizona and to Texas. I was in a different world. But without them giving me that mentorship, I would have never made it.
So you think giving also instills a kind of confidence in our youth that they would not get otherwise?
Well, we talking about people, okay? And it doesn't have to be seniors. It could be kids, okay? We have programs for kids, and kids are mentoring those kids, okay? Especially the kids that are in college. But we're looking at all phases, all branches: mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, cousins, nephews, nieces, doctors, lawyers, teachers, former basketball players. Wherever the niche is, we need people to step up, okay? Like Coach Gustus was talking about, he coached for a long time. And his connection with the kids is he saw them reach their goals for higher education, okay? And that was the connection, and he still has that connection with them. We need to have that connection forever with our kids.
Okay. And if you're a part of a group, call them up. Get your friends, get that support group going. Call them up and say, call the number now. 1-800-GIVE-BACK. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So now there's our moment. We don't have a drum up here, but we can do a drum roll in terms of where things are at collectively right now. So at this present moment, we're at, for hours, 4,466 hours that have been committed for volunteering to our communities. Incredibly exciting. Value dollars. Now, some of you have been asking us, what does this value dollar mean? There's been a study that's been done in terms of what would it would equate to if you value and volunteer an hour of your time, in terms of what it would be in terms of salary, if you will. So $102,974 of value dollars have been committed throughout this weekend of people who are giving back. And, we don't just want to talk about it, we want to be about it. So on behalf of our office, we're committing 79 more hours on behalf of our office to this effort. So on behalf of our entire team and behalf of everyone that's here, thank you very much for this incredible opportunity. National Give Back for Kids. My name is Michael Blake, Assemblyman of the South Bronx. This is how we are building a better Bronx. We are giving back to kids. Thank you, everybody.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic.
Maybe he could be an outdoor cat that lives in our neighbor's yard, 3 doors down.
Mom. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.